Hello everybody, EzraTime here and welcome back to another reaction videos, and today we are going to be reacting to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer. This is the official trailer, and I know that I'm a bit late to the party, because this trailer was released yesterday, but here I am, and yeah, I just kind of wait to see what the trailer is going to be about, and then I'm gonna do a breakdown obviously. And before I start, I know that the Zhangxi37 S1 FNAF video just released today. I will be reacting to it, so if you guys are commenting on this video, then please just comment about the FNAF movie. Don't even tell me what the Zenny 37 FNAF has been released, because I know I will be reacting to it like maybe tomorrow after this video was finished. So yeah, there you go. So without further ado, so start the trailer, shall we?
Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes.
Oh damn.
The security guard.
I will take anything.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids. They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
Give me your hand.
Yeah, the nostalgia for the first one, the first FNAF.
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's, where fantasy and
There's
fun come to life.
Okay.
Oh, that's the jingle again.
Must be new security guard.
Can I help you, officer?
Have you met them yet?
Oh, is that Elizabeth Lale? Yeah,
Met who?
Vanessa, right?
Them.
Oh. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh. Oh my god.
In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddy's top to bottom.
Hello?
Oh
They
god.
never found them. That's why the place shut down.
There are ghost children possessing giant robots. Thanks for the heads up.
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make
Oh my
her
God, there it
like
is.
them.
Pappy! Tell me how to stop them.
Oh.
It's too late.
Oh god.
Bobby, go!
Oh, is this Springtrap? Oh, there's the scene. Oh god.
Where to?
Hey, Corey!
Why do I always get the weirdos?
Oh my god. What the hell? Wait. Okay, so we're gonna do a breakdown for the trailer, obviously. Alright, so starting from the beginning again. Hang on a second, guys. I really love they used the Freddy jingle from the first game and then like try to they remix that into the trailer. I love they using that. Also, the eyes is no longer red, which is cool because I did not like the red eyes from the previous trailer, and so does many people. It sounds so cheesy, it's kind of like from Security Breach kind of thing. And I feel like this movie kind of took some inspiration from Security Breach. So yeah, so we got Mike talking to Matthew Lillard here, and his name is Steve Raglan, which I'm pretty sure like is gonna be a big reveal later on that he is William Afton. He is gonna be the guy who's responsible for the killing of the children, and it's gonna be the mystery. They get to the pizzeria. Mike said that Abby needs to go to sleep, which yeah, Abby is developing a special relationship with Freddy, which we're gonna talk about later. But yeah, it's cool to see the pizzeria again, and obviously the layout is different because it's a movie, so obviously it's gonna be much more bigger. I think they removed the like what is it, like the steel door that came down from the game. It's just like a normal door in this trailer, but it might be like, I don't know, that might come back, who knows. But I appreciate they actually try to do something different, because again, it's a movie format, right? And we see Elizabeth Lale's character here, which is Vanessa, I'm assuming, right? And yeah, she's gonna be the one who tells Mike what's gonna happen, clearly. And yeah, I think I'm still wondering if this is gonna be related, but at the same time, I think they're gonna be make their own storyline, and I'm really glad they actually decided to make a storyline from the first game, I'm assuming, right? Like the first 3 games, and I'm really hoping that they don't really delve into the weirdness of the Five Nights at Freddy storyline afterwards, you know, because like I don't think it's gonna work in the movie form, and it's gonna be too complicated, you know. Yeah, Freddy looks great. I think there is another shot in the trailer as well. So just this scene right here is surprising me that every single you know, like monitors and electronic just came to life, you know. And I was like, damn, this animatronic is not messing around. Yeah, they look great. Look at this, you know. And I'm glad that they actually they built the animatronic, like, you know, practically, and it's not CGI, you know. I'm pretty sure CGI is still gonna be used, you know, but you know, it's nice that it's actually feel practical. What is that? I can't really see what it is, you know. It seems like someone is dragging something. Um, but yeah, I'm still wondering if the animatronic is going to have like a voice, you know, because I feel like in IMDb there is like a cast for the person who plays the character. It is just gonna be, I don't think it's like a person in a suit, but it probably is, you know. But if they are actually talking, I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I think this is might be like a dream sequence with Mike, you know, or maybe this is like afterwards. I have no idea, because either the whole movie is gonna take place entirely at the pizzeria, or it's gonna be like split up into like a different scene, you know. Or maybe it's actually took place on Five Nights, you know. Which I have no idea how they're gonna like figure that out, you know, because obviously when you work on the first night and then you see the animatronic came to life, then obviously you're not gonna you don't want to stay there. Obviously, logically, you're gonna leave, you know, but I don't know. Let's just see what's gonna happen. Yeah, there's a shot here. That is a cool hallway there. Wow, this place is way bigger than I thought. I think they even took some inspiration from Security Breach, because the pizzeria, kind of looks like a Security Breach place in some way, some fashion or form, obviously. But it's still like a pizzeria with some arcade. Foxy here looks great. You know, the eyes again. The eyes is a normal looking eyes. It's no longer a rat. Thank God. You know. Um, that's the cupcake again. Looks cool. Um, here's is that Abby or something? Yeah, I think that might be Abby or someone else. So she looks into the Freddy's mouth, and then there is like a hand. So obviously it's delving back to the classic lore of FNAF. You know, like there is a children got stuffed into the animatronic suit. If you guys remember that, that's the classic FNAF right there. I'm so glad that this movie is like, it just like took the plot from the first game and just kind of like expanding it. You know, hang on a second. That's a quick Freddy shot right there. Yeah, Freddy looks great. You know, I think the way they managed to translate the animatronic from the game to the movie, I think Jim Henson Creature Shop does a great job, you know, for making this a practical effect animatronic, you know. Maybe there's a person inside the suit there that actually performing the animatronic when they were moving. And I'm assuming there's probably some CGI, you know, especially for the eyes. But yeah, the fact that actually built a practical animatronic, I think is just a huge plus for me, at least. So that is Foxy, I'm assuming, or someone else. And it seems like Mike is in the basement. I don't know. Yeah, this seems like a basement, you know, like an underground area. So maybe there's gonna be an underground place, you know, in the pizzeria. That would be really cool. So this is the arcade. We see Mike, I don't know, seeing some kids. There is Bonnie and Chica looking okay, kind of look like the game, but also kind of look goofy. But I mean, it's FNAF, you know. What do you expect? So Cupcake is missing here, so I'm assuming that the Cupcake is coming to life, you know, because we did see the ice move. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a scenario from FNAF 4, you know, where the Cupcake can actually attack you, you know, because it's not just Chica, but it's also the Cupcake. So I think that's where they're gonna be going there. But yeah, this animatronic does look a lot like the design from the FNAF VR Help Wanted, you know, because obviously Help Wanted is also some sort of like a remake from the for the first 4 games, you know. And yeah, they obviously took some model from that, you know. So I think this looks great, you know, because this looks like the VR animatronic brought to life. I think it's great. The movement itself is okay, you know. Also we see Vanessa here lying on hospital bed, so I think obviously something bad happened to her, which brings me this idea that maybe this movie is not just take place entirely on the first night, you know. I think it's gonna be span into maybe 5 nights, you know, because that's the title, you know, Five Nights at Freddy. So maybe the first night wasn't that bad, but maybe just like a creepy sign that the animatronic is alive, you know. And as the night progresses, they get more aggressive, you know, because that's how it works in the game. So I think they might be took some inspiration for that, because like here's Officer Vanessa in the hospital bed, you know. Either this is like in the middle of the movie, or this is like the end of the movie, you know, where Mike's made out, and then like, you know, she's also made out. And also this scene is actually from the behind the scene where I think, well, I mean, Mike is beating the shit out of this guy, and then this is where I think Mike loses the job. You know, I think he previously worked as a security guard in a mall, you know, and then before eventually get the job at the pizzeria. The vent scene, there is Springtrap right there for like a split second. Yep, there he is. Again, I'm so glad they decided to took the eyes from the game, you know, because the eyes from the game is perfect, you know. You don't have to make the eyes red. I cannot imagine if they actually made Springtrap eyes red, you know, but thankfully they don't. And thankfully they listen to the fans, you know. They actually like, oh, okay, you guys didn't like the red eyes, huh? So we're gonna change that. So here's Springtrap eyes exactly from FNAF 3. That is amazing. I actually did not expect to see Springtrap in this movie, because I'm expecting to see him in FNAF 3, you know, because this gonna be where potentially the trilogy ends, you know. But yeah, it's actually, wow, like he's actually here, and I'm curious to see if this is actually gonna be like a vision, you know, like Mike is actually seeing it from his head, or maybe this is actually happen in the third act, you know, because in the game William Afton is actually Springtrap, you know, so it's like, is William Afton is gonna go there to the place, and then maybe we're gonna get the story from the mini game from FNAF 3, you know, because like if you guys remember, there's like a 5 mini game on FNAF 3, and then eventually it's going to lead to the ghost kid basically trap William Afton into like a Springtrap suit. So maybe this is like the end of the movie where we actually saw Mike and Abby, and maybe Officer Vanessa is like fighting William Afton, you know, and maybe the ghost kid appear, and then eventually he stuff himself into Springtrap suit, and then eventually, you know, maybe he wake up like 30 years later, but the movie doesn't tell us that it was 30 years later, you know. It's just like, yeah, here's the suit, and then like he wake up in the end of the movie. This could be like this could also be a mid-credit scene, who knows, right? If this is actually, if the story was is accurate as the game, you know, but who knows, because I think they might do something different. Yeah, it's really cool that he actually in here. We've seen this before. This is Freddy's hat, you know, where Mike has been put there. Corey is making a cameo, which is amazing. I did not know this, you know, like I didn't expect Corey to make a cameo, you know, and I think I saw Doc Host, you know, like post on the community post, you know, where he makes some cameo as a employee of the month, you know, like it's just like a photo. It's not like a you know, in-person cameo, you know. But here's coryxkenshin as, you know, as a taxi driver, and here is Freddy's apparently, or maybe even Golden Freddy, you know, because he's missing an eye. Who knows? Yeah, this could also be Golden Freddy. Oh, damn, this head is big. So I think this might be Golden Freddy, because Golden Freddy has a big head in the second movie. Or maybe this is just like an animatronic, you know, because if this was just an animatronic, then how in the hell the animatronic was able to fit in a car, in a taxi? How? So I'm assuming this is Golden Freddy, you know, because he lost an eye. The eyes is different than Freddy, right? Looks kind of golden, you know, so I think this might be Golden Freddy, like just a gigantic floating head, which is a reference to FNAF 2. I think that would be cool, you know. This is also pretty creepy. Abby just sitting here so small, and then here's like Freddy's head, you know. Either this is like a Freddy's head or like Golden Freddy's head. I'm assuming it's Golden Freddy, you know, because this is how they're gonna do it, you know. Like he's a ghost, so who cares about physics, right? It doesn't matter. But yeah, damn, October 27. I'm gonna be watching this on theaters, obviously, and then after, and I'm also glad that it's also streaming on Peacock. So after I finish watching on theaters, I could just go back and go home, and then, you know, watch this on Peacock. You know, it's that simple. I don't have to wait for like, you know, 2 months to see the movie. But yeah, this last scene right here is supposed to be funny, I guess, right? But I feel like, damn, this is kind of disturbing. I guess Corey is just being Corey, right? Yeah, damn, this passenger is super weird, man. I always get weird passenger. Whatever, I'm gonna do my job. Like, damn. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below, guys. If like, is this Golden Freddy or actually Freddy Fazbear? You know, because I think this might be Golden Freddy because it's a giant head. You know, which just might be a reference. I mean, he also lose his ears, so this might be Golden Freddy, which is a reference to FNAF 2, which is just like a giant head when Golden Freddy is like appear on the hallway, and then if he's like jump scaring you, like that's really cool because the floating hat thing doesn't even exist in the first game, you know. So I think that's cool. They kind of like bring that back as a reference, you know. And that's why I'm super happy to see this movie, because it also brings back my old memory from the old Five Nights at Freddy's games, specifically the original trilogy. You know, like it was amazing. You know, looking back at that at them, you know, it's like you appreciate them a lot more, you know, like at least I do, because like now FNAF is like going to super weird direction, and then the story is like out of place at this point, and of course like it's for kids, you know, so it's no longer scary. So I guess we'll see what's gonna happen, you know. And I think since we saw Springtrap here also, then we see Golden Freddy or Fredbear. I think we might see like a backstory to the year 1983, you know, where we see Springtrap and then Golden Freddy or Fredbear is performing, and then we're gonna see the backstory. And I think we might see that backstory either from Officer Vanessa or from Abby, you know, because I'm pretty sure Fredbear or Golden Freddy is trying to say something to Abby, you know, like he's trying to get Abby to safety or something like that, right? Maybe get her away from Springtrap or something like that, right? But I guess we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. It's definitely exciting, you know, that we are officially getting a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I think the animatronic is looking amazing, you know. And yes, to some people that it might be too comical, and I get that, to be honest, you know, because yeah, they obviously took some model from the FNAF Wanted, you know, because like especially with Bonnie and Chica, I think in one shot here in black and white where we see them move a little bit, like there is that model right here, right there is like it's exactly from the VR Help Wanted, you know. And of course they're gonna took inspiration from the first game as well, but the animatronic model and movement is exactly like the VR Help Wanted, because that's where you're gonna get your reference. And I think it's just, yeah, it's amazing, you know. We finally getting a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and then this might be turned into a trilogy, because Matthew Lillard does confirm that he does sign into like a 3-picture deal with Universal, you know. So I think this could be turned into a trilogy. I cannot wait to see the toy animatronics, you know, in FNAF 2, and then obviously Springtrap again. We see Springtrap, but you know, I cannot wait to see the places in Fazbear Fright, you know. And yeah, I think the animatronic is still looking amazing, despite looking kind of goofy at times, you know. But what can you do? You know, it's FNAF, right? And I think for the most part, they did a great job for bringing the animatronic to the big screen, you know. And I think it's just amazing for that. Yeah, I love the pizzeria, you know, even though we see a tiny bit right here, but I do think I really like they actually make the pizzeria super big, you know, because obviously if it was super small, then it's gonna be boring, right? And yeah, I guess that's my reaction and breakdown for the trailer, guys. Again, I'm really excited to see this movie. I think I'm really hoping that this movie turns out good and not mediocre, you know. And I'm really hoping that there is some legit scary moment, kind of like or like, you know, atmospheric and suspense moment, you know, just like in the first game. Because FNAF is kind of like losing that element now, especially the recent game, because you know you're no longer playing a horror game. You're just basically playing a kids game with Five Nights at Freddy's, obviously, with the animatronics, you know, so it's no longer scary. So I'm really hoping that this movie can actually deliver some suspense, you know, at least for me. But overall, it's a good trailer. I cannot wait to see this movie. And yeah, let me know in the comment section below, guys. Like, do you guys have any theory for what this movie is going to be about? You know, like, is if this movie is going to take place actually 5 nights, or do you guys think this is gonna take place in 1 night? You know, because from the trailer, it seems like it might be possible for this movie to take place in 5 nights. You know, and to some element from the game that every single night is gonna get worse for Mike and for Abby, you know. Like, do you guys think that's gonna happen, you know, or do you guys think it's gonna take place in 1 night only? What do you guys think about the animatronic? You know, do you think that Jim Henson Creature Shop managed to bring this animatronic to life for the movie? You know, at least from the trailer. You know, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think they look goofy, maybe? And yeah, so also in the end, I think this might be Golden Freddy, right? I'm pretty convinced at this point. But yeah, maybe you guys have any other theory, you know, that this might be different animatronic. Maybe this is not Golden Freddy, but I'm pretty sure this is Golden Freddy. Like a reference to FNAF 2, right? So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, guys, what do you guys think about the trailer, and then your opinions about it, obviously. And if you guys want to watch the original trailer, then again, the link will be in the description below. And if you guys enjoyed this reaction video, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, usual stuff, guys. And stay tuned for the FNAF Gen 37 reaction. You know, it's gonna be posting after this, after I post this, obviously, you know. And yeah, guys, I'm really hoping that you guys enjoy this reaction video, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye!